Hey y'all, hey everybody, what's poppin'? What's going on? Come on in here, come on in here. This gonna be a real. If it's 30 minutes, it's gonna be that long. It's gonna be short, unless y'all start giving me stuff to talk about in the comment section. But I don't know. This has been on my heart today, and I just want to talk about it. And who knows? Maybe somebody needs to hear it. That's why it's been on my heart today. So come on through. I know y'all not used to us going live at this time, but like I said, it was very impromptu. It wasn't a live that was sort of planned out. I probably should call it Joseph Rants because that's what it's going to be. Um, yeah. So come on in here. I'm gonna wait and see who pops up in this piece, and we gonna have a conversation. We gonna have a conversation. Welcome to everybody on Facebook. Welcome to everybody on YouTube. Come on in. As my husband would say, sat down, get you a little cocktail or a little coffee or whatever your drink of choice is at 5 o'clock in the evening. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Productions, JLC 87 Productions. Y'all, yes, because like I said, this was on my heart today. Tremella's probably watching because he don't even know I'm going live. But it was just on my heart, and I need to get it off. I need to say it. So, before I get started, make sure if you haven't, you hit that like button, you subscribe, and share our videos. That way, you can help our platform grow and become bigger and bigger and bigger. Yes, definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So, yo, I'm going to go ahead and get started because, like I said, this is not going to be a long live. So, I am trying to figure out why people always want you to do what they would do. So they want you to move the way they would move. They want you to put your thought process in the way they think. And when you don't do that, it becomes a problem for them. Because if you don't operate the way they would, it's like you are not capable of handling your own affairs. Now, what makes me angry is I am my own individual. I don't have to think like you. I don't have to move like you. Nothing you say to me is going to change my mind because this is my life and this is what I want to do with it. And people don't understand that. And just because you a fraidy cat and you scared to step out on the plank in the water, so you standing on the sidelines looking at the plank going, how am I going to get off this island? How am I? But the plank is right there. But because the plank ain't moving, all the plank is doing is bouncing in the water. But part of the plank is under the water, so you only see piece of the plank. There are those that are going to stand there and try to figure out how they can either add to the plank or, you know, is it just that much of a plank? What's going to happen if I step on it? And then you have other people that don't give a fuck and see the plank ain't really moving. So let me just step on the plank and try to walk across. Maybe the plank goes all the way across and the water's just a little bit high, ankle deep. And then you have those people that decide, let me walk across. And they make it to the other side and get off the island. While the other people are still standing there trying to figure out how the fuck they're going to get off the island. Hey, Melissa. And they trying to figure out how the hell they going to get off the island. Because you have people in life that are not afraid to take chances, not afraid to just, if you want to say step out on faith, not afraid to step out on faith. while the other ones are standing on the island going, God, show me a way. Show me a way to get off this island. Jesus, I know there's a plank, and I know they made it across, but maybe that was a fluke. Maybe if I walk across the plank, I'm a fall. God, you got to show me a way to get off the island. You got to show me a way to figure this out. Meanwhile, that person done walked across, looking at you on the other side, going, "Come on, bitch, come on, get across, come on." And they still standing there waiting for an answer from Jesus. And you done stepped out on faith and made it across, and they still standing there. And that's because there are people in this world that are not afraid to take chances. People in this world that don't live with regrets. People in this world that are not afraid to say, okay, I fell on my face, bitch, but guess what? I'm going to get up, clean myself off, and keep it moving. And there's other people that won't do that. They need to make sure that everything they do is ironed out and they know they're not going to fail and this is what it's going to be. But everybody don't operate like that. And it's those people that always have to have a mapped out, ironed out plan that look at the ones that just free will it and they have a problem with them. The only reason why they have a problem with them is because they have probably never accomplished or done anything in their life that they wanted to do until they knew it was absolutely necessary or absolutely correct. And they look at the ones that just take chances as being free will, free spirited. Oh, they're stupid. They're just doing whatever. And, at what point are they going to realize that they can't just, think, oh, I want to go to Alaska and just pack up and go to Alaska. But they can because guess what? It's their life. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They don't have to listen to you. They don't have to make a plan and sit down and, oh, well, this is what I'm going to do. And because at the end of the day, when you do that, sometimes God show up and say, well, bitch, I got a different plan for you. This is what we really going to do. Now you're gagging because you just sat down and made this whole motherfucking plan and God just came and fucked up your whole plan. Now what you going to do? Now what you going to do? And you know what also kills me about people? They always have an opinion about your shit when you didn't ask them. There are some people, and I know we all got them in our lives, that always have an opinion about what the fuck you doing. But guess what? You ain't never had an opinion about what they doing. You let them live their lives however they want to live their lives. You don't question them. You don't, nothing. If they come to you and ask you, well, what do you think about this? Then you give them your opinion. But 9 times out of 10, they have to come to you and ask you. No matter how dumb and stupid something they may tell you sound, you sit there and be like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Because it's none of your fucking business what I do with my life. And that's what kills me about people. They always have a fucking opinion. Always got an opinion about what's best for you. But then you look at them and be like, well, bitch, your whole life is falling apart. So how do you know what's best for me? You can't even make a decision to go to Publix or Kroger's, but you know what's best for me? Where they do that at? When do they do that? Like, seriously, it just kills me. I just be sitting back like, I don't, I, but I didn't ask your opinion. Then when you get mad at them and be like, well, I never asked your opinion. Well, I'm telling you because somebody needs to tell you. Because you can't just keep walking around here. Yes, the fuck I can. I can walk around here and do whatever the fuck I want. Well, I just need you to think about it. And you can't possibly be happy with what. How do you know what brings me happiness? How do you know what makes me happy? Maybe sitting home on your ass makes you happy all day, but maybe that don't make me happy. So how do you know what brings me happiness? It just doesn't make sense to me. People always got an opinion about something in your life. When you don't ask them, it's none of their fucking business. They don't even know because you don't even really share shit with them. They just on the outside looking in, trying to, and half the time they trying to pick you for information because they don't even have information. They don't even know, so they trying to pick you for information. Are you okay? You look a little stressed. I'm fine. No, no, you look a little stressed. No, I'm fine. You sure? Cause you don't look like your normal self. No, I'm good. You know, like it kills me. Like it kills. Like I've had to check some people. Are you happy? Are you sure you okay? Everything good with you and Trimel? Yes, bitch. Me and my husband are fine. Maybe what you should be asking me is, hey, closet talk. Maybe what you should be asking me is, why, you know, I've had people tell me that I've dimmed my light so that Tramel's light could shine. And I laugh because I'm like, nah, honey, child, y'all know me. Joe ain't dimming his light for nobody. But maybe what the question you need to ask yourself is, Joe is not in the same health he was before. So maybe I'm sitting there in pain. Maybe my light is a little bit dimmer because maybe, I didn't have a stroke before. I could get up out of a chair and just walk away. I didn't have to think about, oh, okay, well, now I got to walk slow, or let me keep my balance, but the first thing they want to do is jump to my husband. Oh, is everything okay with you? Because that's the easy thing. That's what they want it to be. Hey, Miss Southern Girl, that's what they want it to be. And then when I check them and be like, what I just said about my health, oh, well, you should have told. Tell you for what, bitch? There's nothing to tell you. What am I telling you? First of all, I didn't even know you were sitting there thinking that I'm dimming my light. Who the fuck thinks that way? Like, seriously. Who? Me and Tramel have basically a similar personality. So just because now I'm quiet or I'm not standing up and I'm not animated, I can't stand up and be animated, bitch. If I move too much, I might lose my balance and fall. Shit. And once I'm down there, I'm big as hell. Who the hell gonna pick me up? You gonna have to call the emergency team, the fire department, or somebody to come help me up. Hey, Antoine, to help you to come help me up. Like, that's the part that I don't understand. That's the part that people miss out. And for me, because I don't trust nobody. Like my husband will tell you, I don't trust nobody. I will sit there and scope out the whole crowd. Melissa met me in person. She saw I sits there and I scopes out the whole crowd to see who I'm comfortable with. Not if you comfortable with me, but who I'm comfortable with. And it's like, you know, I pay more attention to things that people say and do than the average person. So I read into a lot of things, and Tramel gets mad at me sometimes. And he's like, babe, you reading into it too much. And I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I promise you. It's going to be what I said. I'll be like, I promise you. It's going to be what I said. And it'll end up being what I said because I am just a good judge of character. I am just, that's what I do. My husband will walk in the room and start talking to everybody and, hey, how you doing? And all of that. That's not who I am as a person. So if you see Tramel do that, you can't say he did my light because I've never been that person. Now, if it's a room full of people that I know, that's different. I'll be coming to them, hey, bitches, what's going on? Yada, yada, yada. But I'm still sitting my ass down. I'm still sitting my ass down, and I'm not going to be standing up doing the things that I used to do because I can't. And I can, but like I said, it's a scary thing when you have a stroke and hit the floor. It's not that you can't get up. It's that it's like your body forgot how to get up. But you, in your mind, you know, like, bitch, I can get up. Why can't I get up? But your body isn't, it's not allowing you to get up. And I asked somebody else that had a stroke, like, because they kept falling a lot, and they was like, "Oh, don't it make you mad when you know you can get up, but you just like can't?" I said, "Oh my God, I thought it was just me." So it's like you do everything in your power to keep your balance and not hit the floor. So the best thing to do is sit your ass the fuck down. I mean, that's the way I view it. But you know, it's just that was just on my spirit because people need to stop trying to change people. A person is who they are. If I'm a free spirit and I'm that bird, that eagle that just want to jump off the side of the mountain and fly, let me do that. If you that bird that gotta sit there and wait, you the owl that won't go out in the daytime, but you go out at night because you know that's best for you, then you be an owl. Let me be an eagle and soar all through the daytime and do what I want to do and catch the same motherfucking kind of food that you as an owl gonna catch, but you won't do it in the daytime. You do it at night because that's who you are. I get up in the daytime and I just go for broke because I want to see, because it's bright and I need to see what's around me and I need to experience the world around me and see it and you know, do all of that. And, you know, as an owl, you want to see the world at night because you know what? It looks a little better for you not to be able to see what the eagle sees, not to be able to encompass the world for all that it really is, but just see it at nighttime for it to be what you want it to be and what you want to make it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's why I try to tell people, let people be who they are. Stop trying to change. I've never tried to change people into being who I am. Now, a lot of people, I attract a lot of meek people. I'm not going to say weak, I'm going to say meek. I attract a lot of meek people and they admire my strength. And I'll notice that I'm like, oh, bitch, you starting to become like me and open your mouth and check bitches and, you know, stand up for yourself. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I'm all for people and standing up for themselves and, you know, things of that nature. But what I'm not going to do is sit around and say, oh, you too meek. You need to open your mouth. You need to be stronger. Hey, Witty, you need to be stronger. You need to this, you need to that. I'm not that person. I never was, never will be. Now, sometimes I've had some friends that I did have to say that to because it was just ridiculous. The things that they allowed people to do to them. It was ridiculous. But on the average whole, you know, like I said, unless you ask my opinion, I'm not going to give it. Because I'm the same way. I don't want your opinion. I don't care what you think. I don't. I don't care what you think about a decision I might make. I don't care about what you think if you don't like what I'm eating. I don't care if you don't like what I'm wearing. I just don't. I just, it just, I don't. Like, I don't. So it's like, I don't know. That was just on my heart today. And I just wanted to get that out. And I really hope it helps somebody today because I know there's a lot of us with those type of people in our lives that always have an opinion, that always have something to say. And it can discourage you because you're listening to all their negativity, because that's all it is negativity. You're listening to all their negativity about what could go wrong, what could possibly go wrong, why your decision isn't the best decision. That's nothing but negative energy being thrown on you. And that negative energy could impact you. and make you sit there and go, well, am I making the right decision? Well, damn, before I talked to them, I knew this is what I wanted to do. But now, now that they said this, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't wear this. Maybe I shouldn't buy that car. Maybe, well, let me think about it some more. Because they done threw all their negative energy at you. That's why I stop people dead. I don't want to hear it. I didn't ask for your opinion. I don't want your opinion. No, but let me just say, no, no, no. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I don't want to hear none of it because I don't want none of that negative energy thrown in my direction. And a lot of times, I don't care if it's your mother, your daddy, or whoever, you need to stop them and be like, nope, I don't want none of that negative energy on me because that's all. None of what they saying is positive. None of what they saying is positive. Now, let's stop. Okay, let's say you really making a bad decision. Like I know somebody who was making a bad decision, and my husband was like, I need to have a talk with them, and I said, why? And when he told me the situation, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, yeah, you do, because if they brought that to you, that was like a really bad decision, and he needs to have that conversation with them for real. But if it was something that I didn't think was really, and like, I'm not putting people's business on YouTube, but if I told y'all what it was, all y'all in the chat would be like, that was a horrible decision. So, I mean, sometimes we make choices like that where people do need to intervene and be like, bitch, the fuck was you thinking? I mean, at the time you thought you was doing the right thing, but then it's like, bitch, what was you thinking? And it's like, child, girl, you know. But on a whole, if you're making a well-rounded decision for yourself, and just because people are not on board with your decision, and you know what? That's another reason why I move in silence. Because I don't give a fuck about what people think. I don't. That's another reason why I move in silence. Because when you move in silence, don't nobody know, can't nobody throw shit in the game. And by the time they come at you with the negativity, you've already done what you wanted to do. You have already done what it is that you want to do. So you don't even have to worry about it. You don't. You don't. You just don't. Always says that she's like she is, just accept her. But no, I don't have to. Right, Miss Southern Girl. I agree with you. If somebody tell you I'm just who I am, accepted, it's your choice at that point. Either you gonna keep fucking with them or you not. Because if you can't deal with them as a person, why would you subject yourself to them and continually try to change who they are as a person? Because they've already told you. Basically, what she said is, bitch, I'm who I am. And if you don't like it, fuck you. That's what she said. So why would you sit there and continually try to make her see the error of her ways when in actuality she was like, child, I'm who I am. Either deal with it or fuck you. Because that's what she said. That's what she said. Well, I don't share anything. Right, Whitney? Because I'm like, I know Tramel get excited sometimes. And sometimes he just blurt shit out that we gonna do. And I'm like, why did you say that? And he's like, I said that, Papa. I didn't mean to. And I'm like, I know, because I know he gets excited sometimes. I don't be mad at it. I just like to move in silence where I keep my shit to myself. And then when, you know, the time is right, oh, guess what, y'all? We did this, and this. Because by that time, it don't matter what you think because it's already done. They are saying that, uh huh. I saw it. It was all coming up on my phone. Right, Melissa. It's an excuse to do fuck shit to you. Because they're basically, like I said, they already told you, I'm not changing who I am. I'm going to be me no matter what. And you, the fool, for sitting there, oh, but they're a nice person. If they would just stop doing this, we would really get along. Okay, well, basically, they told you they're not going to stop doing this. So now what are you going to do? Because you're not going to get along. Because I tell people that all the time. I'm a little arrogant bitch if I don't like somebody. There's no reason for you to be around me, girl, because I'm not going to change. I'm always going to be who I am. And in the beginning of me and Tramel's marriage, that was the issue because Tramel used to try to change me and I used to try to change him. You want to jump on here? You want to jump on here? Uh huh. Okay. But yeah, in the beginning, that was an issue with us because we was trying to change each other. And then one day I just got tired. I said, I am never going to change who I am as a person. You married me, so deal with it. And he told me the same thing. Well, in that case, I'm never going to change who I am as a person. You married it, so deal with it. And honestly, we had to come to that decision. Because me trying to change Tramel as a person was like, it's frustrating. It angers me. It angered me. And it was like, child, I do not have time for this bullshit. And he got to the same point. Like, you can't change me. Like, if y'all watch our earlier videos, he was always saying, Joseph, you can't say that. Joseph, you can't do that. He did it recently when we was live and it was something about seeing people when we came down here. And I was like, no, bitch, this is not the TheMcRaeKingz on tour. And he was like, you can't say that. You're going to hurt their feelings. I was like, I don't give a fuck. We didn't say we was going on tour. We said we was going to Atlanta. I'm not going to jump on and off the highway just because I'm in your state. Bitch, you can live 30, 40 minutes away from the exit. I don't give a fuck. If you want to see me, drive your ass. See, let me, child, we going to go. I said this wasn't going to be a long live. I said it wasn't, but you know another thing that kills me? People come into your town and they tell you, oh, let's get together, but you got to go to them. Or like the whole thing. Oh, yeah, well, when you driving through to Atlanta, you got to go through North Carolina or Virginia so you can stop and see me. Why the fuck would I want to stop and see you? When you come to Jersey, do you stop and see me? No, because when you come to Jersey, you be like, I'm in Jersey and you should come see me. Why is it I always got to go out of my way to see you, bitch? Fuck you. I don't want to see you that bad. Like, where they do that at? Where? That's the part that gets me about people. They always want you, they always want to make it convenient for themselves. But then when it comes to you, you got to go out of your way all the time. Oh, I'm in Philly. Okay, that ain't nowhere. I mean, it is close to Jersey, but depending on what part of Jersey you live in. Oh, I'm in Philly. Okay, that's nice, girl. You should come see me. Why would I want to do that? How about you're in Philly? You called me. Why don't you ask me for directions to my house? How about that? Oh, I'm in Atlantic City. You should come see me, bitch. That's 2 hours away from where I live in Jersey. So how about you called me and you want to see me? So how about I give you my address? Oh, well, I know you have a car and I don't. Okay, well, whose problem is that, girl? Mine or yours? Cause last thing I thought about was waking up today just because you in a long, far part of Jersey, driving 2 hours to see your ass. No, uh-uh. It don't work that way. It don't. It don't. Like, it just, hey, Miss Lois, it just don't. It just don't. And that's why people think I'm mean. And that's why people think, I know I'm not a people person for that reason. Like, I cannot deal with people and their bullshit. I just really can't. And you know what? Maybe Tremel is right. Maybe I look into things too much and I come up with these synapses in my head. And that's why me and Tremel vibe so well, because we are totally opposite of each other. And that makes for a good relationship, because where I'm being mean, cold, and callous, he's being sensitive, nice, and adjusting to situations where I'm just like, I'm not adjusting to this bullshit. Fuck them. Thank you, Melissa. Like, I'm just like, I'm not adjusting to that bullshit. Fuck them. But Tremel always gives people the benefit of the doubt. He always sees the sun through the clouds. Me, bitch, I just see the clouds. And that's it. Fuck a rainbow, fuck a sun. It's cloudy right now, and that's what it is. And it is what it is. Because I don't, with me, there is no middle ground. It's either black or white. There is no gray. With Tremel, it's black, gray, and white. With me, it's black and white. Ain't no in between. Like when a woman say, I might be pregnant, no, bitch, you either are or you're not. You just don't know which one it is yet. But you either are or you're not. You ain't maybe pregnant. Because there's no such thing. There's no such thing as maybe. And that's the part that kills me with people. There's absolutely no such thing as maybe. You either are or you're not. And until you know, then maybe you could say, well, maybe I might. And I wouldn't even say I might be pregnant. I don't know yet. But ain't no maybe, because it's either you are or you're not. You either do or you don't. You will or you won't. Ain't no in between. And for me, man, that might be too harsh for other people, but I don't see gray in nothing. It's either black or white. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Right. Miss Voice, exactly. At least meet me halfway. Right. Like, at least be like, you know what? I'm in town and you're far, so let me meet you halfway. Or I live 30 minutes away from the exit, but there's this cute little restaurant that's 10 minutes in for both of us. Let's go and have lunch or whatever. That makes sense to me. But not drive all the way to your motherfucking house, 30 minutes off the highway. And then you're going to want to sit there and talk and socialize. And now you done push my trip back the 30 minutes that I drove to get to you, and then another probably 30 minutes because we're going to sit there and socialize, and then another 30 minutes to get back to the highway. And now you done just fucked up my trip by an hour and 30 minutes. But that's just me. And honestly, this world turned me into a sitting. Yeah, well, I was that before, before now. And Miss Southern Girl, let me tell you something. I did this live because I was laying here, and in my spirit, it just told me to go live and release what was on my heart, because somebody needed to hear it other than myself. Because I was really going through it today, and with all that I'm talking about. And I'm just like, let me go live because somebody need to hear this. And, I'm glad that you needed to hear it. You know what, Trisha? Honestly, I don't even I don't even care about that, and I'm being honest. I don't care about people giving me gas money. I don't that don't bother me. It's the audacity that people take, like, I'm supposed to do this because you said, or you're so grand that I'm supposed. For me, it's the audacity. Like, I've never been, like, I've always heard my mother say, if you give somebody a ride, don't take money from them. You put gas in your own car. Da 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 da. You know, unless it becomes a habit, then I'll take it. I ain't gonna lie. If like every day you want me to ride you someplace, oh, then you gonna start giving me money, bitch. But here and there to them for I don't care about stuff like that. But It's for me, it's the audacity. And I said that to Tramel the other day. I said, it's not even what they did, Tramel. It's the audacity behind it. Like it's just okay. And like there's nothing wrong with what the fuck they did. And maybe I'm using the wrong word, but for me, a lot of times with people, it's the audacity and them thinking that, you're so fucking grand that I'm supposed to travel 2 hours to see you. But then when I say, well, you can come see me, oh no, I don't have a car, or oh no, I have something to do that day. So that's why I was gonna tell you to come at this time. Oh, and now you're giving me a time restriction. So not only do you want me to come see you, but you're giving me a time restriction on top of it. Like, it's the audacity. It's the audacity that people have that just fucking blows me. And that's why I don't deal with people, because I can't deal with that. I'm too much of an outspoken person. I'm too quick to get mad at a person and curse them out. Y'all have seen me do it online. If somebody say the wrong thing, I just go in, because that's just who I am as a person. And that's what we talking. That's who I am as a person. So that's never going to change about me. And then if I'm wrong, it's like, okay, I was wrong. Like I cursed this man out a few weeks ago. Now there was two parking spaces. One was for Uber. We was in front of Dunkin' Donuts. One was the Uber parking space, and one was the regular parking space. So he's coming towards me. I'm coming towards him. I got to both the spots before him. So he just pulls up in the spot. When I tell y'all, I cursed that man out. I cursed that man out from here to fucking Oz, honey. I cursed him out, not realizing that I wasn't even going to Dunkin' Donuts. I was going to the store 2 stores down, because I'm just used to always going to Dunkin' Donuts for Tremel. But I'm used to going to the store two. I'm going to the store 2 doors down. So it didn't even matter that he parked there, because I wasn't even going to Dunkin' Donuts. And Tremel like, Papa, calm down. And I'm like, no, fuck that. He took my space and da da. And then when I realized it, when it clicked in, I said, wait a minute, I'm going to that store. I told Tremel, I said, I feel bad. I should go apologize to him. And I said, well, fuck it. He did something wrong anyway. So I bet you he'll never do it again. But that's who I am. Like, once you tick me off, the mouth is going. And it's like, I've always been like that, even as a child. I'll hit, curse you out, punch you in the face, and then ask questions after I'm done. And then when you tell me it wasn't even like that, it was this, that, and the third, I'm like, oops, you know, oops. Like, well, that ain't what it looked like to me. So, oops. And I probably need to work on that. I have worked on that, because I realized, bitch, you're not 25 no more. You 51. You can't just be popping the bitch in the mouth like you used to, child. Because you can't be out here fighting like you used to either. So you need to bring that back a notch. And that was the first time Tremel really, other than that live, honey, when I went in, for those of you that did see it before it got reported and taken down, when I went in on that other blogger that was fucking with me and Tremel, that was like the first time he saw me ever go. Like, I always tell him, Tremel, what you don't want to do is ever see me mad. I said, you've seen me upset. I said, but you have never seen me mad. I said, because if me being upset scares you, bitch, when I get mad, you better run, because you're going to be petrified. So it's just, it, I just want, hey, AM and B, welcome to the chat. I just want people, y'all, forgive me today. I can see y'all names, but for whatever reason, my phone has a glare on it, and I don't know why. I done been adjusting the brightness and what have you. I don't know why, because my eyes for the last couple of days have been fucking with me, and I don't know why I can't. I can see it, but I really can't really read the comments like I normally do. So don't take that against me. Just that's what it is. So I really want this live to help somebody today because it was on my heart. And a lot of times when it's on my heart, like a lot of times when I do Joseph rants, people email me afterwards and be like, Joseph, I needed to hear that. Joseph, because I really do it when something is bothering me, because I just feel like, okay, this is bothering you. Put it out into the YouTube universe and it's going to help somebody. So I'm glad it helps some people today. But my thing is, I wanted to help you. I don't want it to change you as a person, but I want it to change how you deal with people that deal with you that way. I want you to be able to tell them when you make a decision and here they come, I don't want to hear the negativity. Keep it to yourself. You know, this, and a lot of times I say don't even share with somebody what you're going to do. Because 9 times out of 10, when you know what you're going to do, you're not going to share with anybody. You're just going to do it and call it a day. When you're unsure, that's when you go, hey, let me run this by you and see what you think. Because at that point, you want an opinion. And at that point, maybe something somebody says will change your mind from making a bad decision. But when you know this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to pack my bags and I'm going to move to Mississippi, and you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that's what you're doing, nothing and nobody can stop you from doing that, you don't need to share that with nobody. You need to pack your bags and move to motherfucking Mississippi, like you said. Now, I hope you thought your plan out. I hope you got a job when you get there. I hope you done got an apartment or a house, whatever. You know what you need. So all that should already be done when you pack your bags and go. The only thing you need to do after that is call people and say, bitch, I moved to Mississippi. And they be like, what? When did you do that? Oh, 2 days ago, I just packed my shit up and moved to Mississippi. But I got a job, I got a place to stay, so I'm cool. And call it a day. 9 times out of 10, you don't need validation for none of the things that you're going to do in your life, none of the things you want to do in your life. Because when you don't have to ask nobody. You don't need validation. It's when you're not sure and see, when you're not sure, you shouldn't even make moves like that. When you unsure, you shouldn't even make moves like that because you are on the fence. Oh shit, I shouldn't I? Until you get that solid, yeah, this is what I need to do. Sit on the fence. Weigh out your options. Don't go asking other people because at the end of the day, other people are going to tell you what they would do. Not what you should do, but what they would do. And Joseph, I know so many people living the living life seeking validation from someone to please. Right. And it doesn't make Batu, it doesn't make sense. It I have never ever lived my life to please other people. Tremel has told y'all that he has up until he was 50 and me and him had to talk. I'm like, why are you trying to please everybody? Fuck them. Do they try to please you? Do they come to you? Do they come to you and ask you what they should do with their lives? Do they come to you and get validation from you for what they feel is right in their life? No. So why do you give a fuck what they think about what you do? Fuck them. You move the way you want to move. As long as and let's rephrase that. When it comes to my husband, we will sit and have a conversation, babe. I want to do this. And he'll give me his opinion, which his opinion, that's my husband. That's my family. And vice versa. He'll come to me and say, babe, I want to do this, and this. And if I'm on board, I'm on board. If I'm not, I'm like, well, okay, well, I'm on board for this and this, but this sounds a little shaky. So you might want to rethink that part. But everything else, I'm cool with. And he'll do the same thing with me. But that's because we're married. And I'm not going to make any kind of major decision in my life without consulting my husband. And for married people, that's the way that it should be. But I've seen married people where they need validation for everything. They need validation to cut their hair. They need validation to go to the gym. They need validation. I'm like, first of all, if you want to get your health better, why does your husband have to give you validation for you to go to the gym? Why does he need to tell you you cannot cut your hair? Do you need to tell him, no, boo, you can't wear no gray sweatshirt, no gray sweatpants? I'm just using these as examples. And I know gray sweatpants thing probably made some of y'all laugh. But, I don't, certain things, like honestly, certain things, Tremel ain't got a, when Tremel dyes his beard, honestly, sometimes he'll come to me and say, babe, should I dye it blue, red, black, gray? Okay, because you caught up in colors. Other times, Tremel will go in that bathroom and come out, that beard is red. And I'm like, oh, you dyed your beard. Like, it's his face. Like, what the fuck do I care? It's your face. You the one got to walk around like that. I'll walk around with you like that. I don't have a problem with it because if somebody say something, they're going to get popped in the mouth because you're my husband and nobody's going to pick on you. But, y'all, let me get out of here because me and Tremel are about to probably get ready and go out. I'm not going to tell y'all where because we might end up being live again. And that, my friends, will be a treat. I'll just throw it out in the universe. You saw who we was with on the community wall last night. So, you never know. And, you know, I really, really, really hope this live helps somebody. If you're just coming in, please watch the replay so you can see everything from the beginning. Because something I said may help you or may help someone you know. So you may tell somebody you know. Watch this live because there's a message in it for you. Because sometimes we do make lives that have messages for people. And we do that because we are motivational speakers as well. So, like I said, my heart was heavy before I started this live. And when I tell you I feel light as a feather now, I feel light as a feather. So, with that being said, please, y'all, check us out on all social media platforms. You know what they are: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We're everywhere on social media as TheMcRaeKingz. Also, please, if you haven't already, like I told you in the beginning, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, shade it in. So every time we go live or drop new content, you will know and you'll be able to watch. And if you want to have some McCrae novelties, please go check out the McCrae King Boutique, which will be in the description box of this video. Check out the McCrae King's Boutique for everything McCrae King's and our production company, Dare to Be Different. Whatever you want, I'm sure we have it there. Matter of fact, there's still a pandemic. You can walk around with me and Tremel's face on your face with a face mask. Anyway, y'all, please remember, always walk in peace, love, happiness, and sunshine. Always remember that if nobody told you today that they love you, know that me and Tremel love you, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Our chat is the best chat on YouTube. I don't care what nobody says. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. And thank you all for spending time with us. Always, always, always. About you, I apologize. Tremel apologized to you on another video, but I'm apologizing to you because I was the one that went off and told Melissa to block you. I read your email. I understand. Tremel explained. So, you know, it's all good. Anyway, y'all, you know how we end every video. It's what? It's T. McRae. all damn day. Hopefully we'll see you a little later tonight. All right. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day. Later, y'all.